Why has Russia launched its first lunar mission since 1976? Who is Javier Milei, the outsider candidate leading in the Argentinian presidential primaries? Why has China condemned the visit of the Vice President of Taiwan to the US? Hello and welcome to The Print. I am Keshav Padmanabhan, and today we will answer these questions and more in this episode of World 360. To begin with, Russia on August 10th launched the Luna 25 mission, its first lunar mission lander since 1976 that aims to land at the moon's south pole, where scientists believe that there are pockets of water ice. On Sunday, Roscosmos, the space agency of Russia, turned on the scientific instruments on the lander and started processing its first data. For President Vladimir Putin, a lot is riding on the success of the Luna 25 probe. Since the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991, Russia has not sent scientific probes beyond the Earth's orbit. To conduct this mission amidst global sanctions and the war in Ukraine is considered to be a statement of Russia's return to the global space stage. It is a reminder of the Soviet-US space race, wherein the Luna 2 from the Soviet Union was the first spacecraft to reach the surface of the moon in 1959, and the Luna 9 was the first to make a soft landing on the moon in 1966. NASA, US's space agency, eventually put the first man on the moon in 1969, thereby winning that race. The success of the mission would, in the eyes of the Kremlin, show that the sanctions imposed on its aerospace sector have not been successful. Furthermore, since 1976 till now, only the Chinese Space Agency has been able to successfully land on the moon, twice in 2013 and 2018, and a sample return mission in 2020. For our next topic, we move from space to Argentina, men's reigning football world champions and the home of Lionel Messi. Argentina on Sunday held the primaries for its presidential candidates. Its general election is scheduled to be held in October. The surprise winner of the primaries is Javier Milei, an outsider presidential candidate with the rock-singing economist leading with at least 30.5% of the vote, far higher than predicted and more than the other two traditional parties. The main conservative opposition bloc was at 28%, while the ruling coalition won 27% of the vote. The result is considered to be a stinging rebuke to the Peronist coalition that is currently governing Argentina. Inflation in Argentina is at 116%, and with the cost of living crisis, 4 out of 10 people are reportedly in poverty. "We are the true opposition," Milei said in a speech after the results. Javier Milei reportedly believes climate change is a lie, wants to make the sale of handguns easier, and admires former US President Donald Trump. Patricia Bullrich, a former security minister, defeated the more moderate mayor of Buenos Aires, Horacio Rodriguez Larreta, in the primaries for the main conservative opposition, while the current economy minister, Sergio Massa, won the primary for the current governing coalition in Argentina. At 70% turnout, this primary has had the lowest turnout since primary elections have been held in Argentina, starting roughly over a decade ago. For our final topic of the day, Vice President William Lai of Taiwan made a brief visit to the US on his way to the swearing-in ceremony of the Paraguayan President Santiago Peña. He arrived in New York City on 13th August, posting on social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, that he was happy to arrive at the Big Apple, the icon of liberty, democracy, and opportunities. Lai, a front-runner to become the next president of Taiwan in the January 2024 elections, has been clear in the past that Taiwan is independent of China and described himself as a practical worker for Taiwan independence. He's making 2 transit stops to the US on his way to and from Paraguay, one at New York City and the other at San Francisco on his return. The People's Republic of China denounced the transit visit by Lai, calling him a troublemaker, with the foreign ministry stating that it is opposed to the visit by Taiwan independent separatists to the US. The transit visit by Lai comes as Beijing and Washington have been trying to repair trade relations. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi may visit the US later this year, which could pave the way for a meeting between President Xi and President Biden. Taiwanese officials believe that China is likely to launch military drills near Taiwan later this week, using the pretext of Lai's visit to the US. On Monday, the China's People Liberation Army, which has responsibility for the area around Taiwan, reportedly showed pictures on its WeChat account of troops practicing storming a beach, though did not give location, timing, or specifically mention Taiwan. China carried out war games in April around Taiwan after Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen returned after meeting Speaker Kevin McCarthy during a transit visit to the US on her return from Central America. Thanks for watching.